Howdy folks, welcome back to the shed. Am I coming through okay? Can you hear me okay? Oh, it's cold, it's bitterly cold. Oh, yeah, yeah, Ben, I'll rip everything out and then put some insulation in it and yeah, put it all back together. Nah, I don't think so. It's cold, yeah. Uh, Welcome everybody back to the shed. Uh, Haunted Halloween Railway. There's Jake. Hello, Jake. Timber Surfed. Good afternoon. Oh, oh. Moneybrook Junction. Greetings. Nice to see you. Hello, James. Hello, Connie. Nice to see you. Uh, Dino, as always, welcome in. And Pete, hello there. So do Dan the Man. Hello, Dan. Or Marshwest Junction Andy. There we go. Mum and Son Rail fans. That's Tammy and Ray. Hello there. Nice to see you. Yes, it's chilly. I had the heater going for a good hour before I got up here, and yeah, it's still parking. But there you go. One of those things. There's Ben, a stalwart of the channel. Hello, Ben. Nice to see you. I gather the ankle needs a bit more attention. That's not so good, but I'm glad you're in fine spirits, old chap. Man, got your junction. Carl Braun. Hello, Carl. Nice to see you. Nice. What have we got running today? Yes, well, we'll have the ubiquitous Bayer Garrett running. I've yet to sort that out because Richard did a bang-up job organising all of the rolling stock. What you'll see coming behind me now is Duchess. It's the Duchess of Gloucester. Whoa! With a nice rake of Mark 1s. And on the back, observation car. Yeah, they're pretty rare beasts and things. They were very expensive when Hornby bought them out. And they are really good. There's Artie. Hello, Artie. Nice to see you. So if it's midday here, it's around about midnight there. And Anthony Dodge, King Anthony himself. Lovely to see you. Yeah, being she needs a rest, so leave her in peace. Dragon Lover 68, that's Connie. For those of you that don't know Connie, and I'm sure most of you do, a very talented lady who does a live stream on Sunday, usually around about 5 o'clock, somewhere around there. Brilliant, talented hands. Check out Connie. So yes, a nice Duchess running Bang Road is what we call it. It's going the wrong way. Not for our American and Canadian cousins. That's the correct way. But we have ups and down lines and confusing stuff like that. But as a general rule of thumb, it's up to London and down to everywhere else, even Scotland. So you're going down to Scotland. What? Yes, I know. But that's the convention. So I'm just explaining it in a sort of half-assed way. Yeah. So as I said, Richard did a bang-up job. We cleared the layout yesterday. My fingertips started to disintegrate under the cold, but Richard got all of the stock out I would need today, got it out of its boxes, put it all on the track, ready for me to go. So a big thank you to Richard for that one. Yeah, Bang Road. That's down the road from here. Oops, that's Bang Bang Road. You do have some funny old names out there, Artie. But, yeah, Wollongong Road. Yeah, love it. So there's been a few live streams where people have been criticising Foster's beer, which has a reputation of being somewhat pants. I'm just interested, Artie, what kind of beer you would authorise drinking. Is it going to be 4X or something like that? Or because we've heard of Castlemaine 4X. Um, I'm just wondering what Australian beer we can get over here that you would know. And it is popular in Australia because we just don't know. So it's all right taking the mick out of Foster's, but it'd be nice to know what a good 4X is. Okay, okay. It'd be nice to know what's really good in Australia. So at least if we see it on the supermarket shelf, we can snap it up and give it a try. Doom Bar. Doom Bar. Is that Australian? Well, I'll let you come back to me on that one. So yes, the Duchess of Gloucester. Uh, this one, that was actually a present from my dad because Hornby at the time were not doing a Duchess of Gloucester. They did the Duchess of Atholl, they did the Duchess of this, the Duchess of that, or the Princess blah, blah, blah. Oh, it's British. Okay, Doom Bar. That's worth remembering. Um, so I think my dad approached TMC and got them to do a Duchess of Gloucester. Um, so it was renumbered and renamed. So I got a really good Duchess of Gloucester. This is the one, I believe, with the floating bogey, which I'm not particularly keen on. But it was a present, and it's something to remember my dad by, which, of course, is important. Um, yes, it is. It does have the floating bogey. But, hey ho, it was the latest that Hornby were producing at the time, and it runs very well. Now, behind me, there is a lonely Class 10,000. Now, I was going to run that, but it seemed to be having the jitters. So I got a feeling it got dirty contacts on the wheel or dirty wheels. So when I picked it up, it was, I think it was because my hands were warm, it soon became sticky with condensation. So maybe the condensation's got to it, I don't know. Cold sheds and that, you know. So I'm going to do a little bit of manoeuvring now, and I'll get the big guns out. The Bayer Garrett, which is sitting over on yonder siding. So if you'll Guinness best pint, okay, yeah, on tap, I would probably agree with you. For those that like porter type dark beers, yeah, Dickens cider, is that apple cider? Yeah, there's lots of ciders at the moment. There are tons and tons of ciders, and I think my son Richard has probably tried most of them. I had a terrible experience with cider once, where I was drinking it like beer. There was this cloudy cider, which turned out to be scrumpy. Hello, Lee. And I drank it as I would beer at the time, and I was out on my feet. I just don't remember what happened. Um, so after much vomiting and stuff like that, I didn't touch cider after that. That was a bit of a lesson. But it's only just recently I've sort of tried it again, and yeah, it's okay. I think the memories have faded, and I can drink a little more responsibly now without just tucking it away. But there you go. Right, I'm going to get the right. We've got 20 in and 6 likes. So thank you, Ben. If everybody would like to slide onto the like button and caress it, that would be great. We're up to 7. That's good. Warm in the hobby room, cold in the shed. But that's the way it is. David Hall, how am I today? I'm fine. A little chilly, but the temperature, according to yon timekeeping machine up there, which does have a little temperature gauge on it. It's around about 70 in here. Humidity is up 65%. So that's... Hi, Andy. Nice to see you. Wan Gok, hello. Nice to see you. Got a nice Duchess running with some Mark 1 stock and an observation coach on the back, as you can just see. There it goes. But now I'm going to bring out the big guns. There's Mr. Tuna Can himself, Dwight Curley. Nice to see you. And Chris. Hello, Chris. So now I'm going to bring the big guns out, and I'll have to do a little bit of shunting. So if you can amuse yourself for a minute or two, I'll happily get the Bayer Garrett out and we'll get some action. Right, here we go. So the first thing I've got to do, make sure the inside controller is down to 0, and I want forward on the control. Right, here goes. Point number 7 is open. The road is open. And that one is open. See, I get a little light comes on there, which I just jerry rigged it up. No offense to people called Jerry, it's just an expression. And I should be okay to come out now. Right, a little twiddle of power, and out she comes. Whoa, what a beauty. Right, shut that road, open that road. Now I need to pick up, have I got a brake van anywhere? Yes, I have. So I'll pick up this lot first. Then that lot. So I need that one over. So I'm just being signalman for a moment, forgive me. Right. Backwards down the track we came. And there she goes. You just have to keep an eye on what I'm doing. I have this one on a little handheld controller, which makes shunting a little easier because I can then move and look at the couplings. Right, here comes the tough one. Right, I just need to open up another number 1, 2, 3. Come in and grab them. Got it. Other way up. This thing really negotiates the double slip really well. Not everything does. It's a good tester for a locomotive going across a double slip. Right, nearly there, and stop. Let's go and pick this one up. Backwards. Woohoo! Don't you just love a bit of shunting? Right, I got it. And out we go. Right, there's one more thing I've got to put on the back. And that is the brake van. There's Mike at Putnam Junction. Hello, Mike. How lovely to see you. How's Sue? Right, I'll just stop it there. And grab the brake van, which just happens to be a tow. Put that on the back. Forgive me a second. Trying to couple things on a bend is not good. Right, we're there. Right, let's move her out. She's moving. Yes, she's moving. Woodthorpe International. There's Colin. Hello, Colin. Check this out. And we have cleared. We have cleared the tower. There we go. Now, if you can all still hear me over the rumble that all these trucks make, I'll keep it fairly slow so you can see the motion as it comes past. Oh, what's the matter with Andy D's feet? Oh, step on the toes. Oh, I see. It's old age, I'm afraid. Oh, are you suffering, Andy? I'm sorry to hear that. Jean Ricard. How are you, my friend? It's a monster of a train. But this, I didn't realise, but the Bayer Garrett, the model that Heljan have done, or I should say Helian, is that right? Come on, Jean Ricard, tell me. Helian. It's got actually 2 electric motors in it, one for each motion. Because there's such a gap between the sets of driving wheels, they've actually put 2 motors in it. So you quickly learn if there's something wrong. That's right. Thank you, Jean Ricard. It's an absolute cracker. I'm absolutely tickled pink with this. And to actually feed the fire, it was so difficult that they would have needed 2 men just to shovel the coal and stoke it. So what they did is they did a very similar thing to what they did in America. Ours were fast. Oh, okay. I would imagine they're pretty quick and sprightly. This thing had like a revolving coal feeder on it. With the Americans, they had like a screw. It was an Archimedes screw, which fed the firebox with coal. This one had some kind of a revolving thing on it, which you can just about see here. It's like a cylindrical coal bunker. And I think the whole thing in there revolved and fed the coal to the firebox. So an absolute beast of a thing. A mechanical auger. Auger, yeah, that's it. Yeah, very good. And we've got Hi in the house. Hello, Hi. Lovely to see our Dutch friends. But yes, this is pulling a truckload which is a third of the layout. So about a quarter of the layout, I'd say. It's roughly between 20 and 30 feet around. LMS Garrett, 87 feet long. What a monster. Well, nearly 88. That is an absolute monster. And it's pulling it like it isn't there. Christopher's Hobby Blog, hello. Not entirely true. The rotary coal bunker brought coal forwards, then a regular fireman. There was a regular fireman. Great. Okay. That's. I'm happy to be corrected there. I must admit, I did assume that it was a rotary coal bunker being fed by a screw, but it has a screw auger. It's massive. Yes. But if it was just to pull it down so that the coalman could just, instead of clawing it down, just shovel it in, that does actually make sense. Oh, the old Duchess is really romping away now. That's a beautiful model. I mean, Hornby did a good job on it, except for the flangeless wheel, which I really don't like. What we can see of it, right? Yes, well, I'll fix that. Um, I'll wait until it comes around again, and then I'll give you a ground level view of the monster coming out of the lair. That's fed by a screw auger into the firebox. Yeah, okay. That was what I assumed they'd done here. But if we just had a method of pulling it forward, because obviously there's labour things there as well, because they'd be doing away with a fireman, and not every union would accept that. Is the Garrett bigger than the American Big Boy? I wouldn't imagine so. No, it would be more like, with its wheel arrangement, it would be more like a Challenger, but still nothing like the amount of weight that a Challenger was. You know, something like 400 tons. I don't think it would be anything like that. Perhaps somebody would like to pop that into the Big Boy's 132 feet long compared to 88 for this one. So that gives you an idea of just how big the 4000 class is. There was an LNER Garrett, the U1. It was larger. Yes, Chris, and Hilljan have said they're going to make one. So it'll be a couple of years yet. Big Boy, biggest ever made. Yeah, you've also got the Allegheny in there, which I think had more tractive effort than the Big Boy. And there were some that were, I think the Erie was even heavier than the Big Boy. But the Big Boy is the only one left. All the rest have been scrapped long ago. So it really is the biggest and most powerful steam locomotive in the world at present. It just shows you, never make assumptions. Assumption is the mother of all ups. So there you go. What we're getting an LNER of what you have. No, it's actually bigger, Jake. This is 260062, and the U1 is a 280082. Ivo Van Zon, hello. Nice to see you. Welcome in. Have you had snow, Andy? Not a sniff at the moment, Colin. You know when you get a total grey out and you think, oh, that smells like snow, and you can't see an inch of sky anywhere and it's just gone completely grey. I haven't seen that yet. I've seen a light grey, but not a really heavy grey like for when it snows. So, right, I'll remove you down to ground level so you can see the action. Forgive me a second. There we go. Right, how's the picture, chaps? Is that okay? The 7 of the Big Boys are static and only 4014 is the only one running. Yeah. I think the only one they can afford to get running. I would imagine the other 7 are in pretty poor state because I believe Union Pacific looked at all of them and 4014 was looking the best of the lot. There's Mark at Stanhover Railway. Hello, Mark. Nice to see you, mate. I hope you are well. Actually, yeah, I'll leave the lights on, just on red, because I'm going Bang Road. Amateur streamer running British models Bang Road. Yeah, thanks, Rich. The Spanish Inquisition. That's my son. Purveyor of very nice birthday presents. Thank you very much, Richard. I love it. Well, you see, I can actually change that. What I'll do do a trick. Right. I'll bring the other one around and then I'll switch tracks so we're going the right way. It sure is noisy though. A Hornby Pullman observation in BR Maroon. Right. Here it comes. Now with this one, I'm going to have to go on a bit because I'm going to be backing up. Right, I'll stop it just a little bit further on. What a Freudian slip. Right, now if I can flick that one over, I'll put this one into reverse. That one. Woo! That took up the slack a bit. So now I'm going to change the tracks. Right, forgive me a second. Let's open that one up. Right, I have done it. So if I now swap the roads back, I've now popped the signals back and we should be ready. Is everyone ready? Super long stacker Sunday on the BNSF from Stormy Sky Rail Productions. That'll be worth looking at a little later. Right, there's RGJ Trains, Rob and Grace. Hello, nice to see you. I'd just like to say that I hope the shoulder's coming on leaps and bounds. I know it won't be. It will take an awful long time to heal, but take it easy there, buddy. Oh, right. Okay. Let's get things moving. I want this one on forward and that one on reverse, and we should be good to go. I'm going to watch a good movie under my eyelids after the stream. Oh, I see. Yeah, good one. Rob's actually going to try and get it checked tomorrow. A few cracks of additional pain, hopefully just muscle settling down. Yeah, I hope so. Yeah, it's important to take it easy, particularly with something like that. Let's just strong arm the Bayer Garrett a little more. Right, here comes the Duchess. A little faster. Oh, good, yeah. Make sure you do keep us updated. Yeah, it's all very well being on the top line, but when things like that go wrong, and things like surgery, it's not very nice. And we all need a bit of comfort when that happens. Quick question, Andy. What lighting have you used in your shed? They are a couple of, are they fives? They are fives. A couple of 5 foot, what are they? I don't know if they're T8s. They're just normal, what do you call it, fluorescent lights, not the LED type. These are just tubular fluorescent lights. There's one at each end, Dino. Oh, thanks, Sean Ricard. Yeah, I think the observation car needs a little bit of cleaning on its contacts. They are known to flicker, though. Can't thank everyone enough for their support and well wishes. Grace my heart seeing him so much pain. Yeah, I understand that, Grace. And we're all with you. I had a blonde turn into my truck in 2020, ripped and damaged both shoulders and damaged both hands too. Yeah, that's a bad one, Artie. And I know it's sort of gone on and on with legal things and muscular pain and all the rest of it. I hope it's settling down now, Artie. Yeah, I remember you oohing and ahhing at the time. And for an Australian to ooh and ah, that must be painful. Yeah, she comes. Monstersville. Chillerton Junction. Hello, Tony. Welcome in, man. Nice to see you. I gather the missus is okay. Send her our love. Let's just get a little more. How's that? Oh, yeah. That's a little more central. Oh, look. Tamiya Grey. XF54. Dark Sea Grey. The Duchess. Wonderbar. Still getting nerve pain. Bad part is I'm sweating where they did the keyhole to get very sore and smelly. Ooh, yeah. Yeah, nasty. It's particularly nasty shoulder damage. Don't if you managed to annoy Susie yet. Maybe you've been able to sort her glasses. Ah, okay. I must have missed that conversation somewhere. Just trying to think if there's any other models that they're coming out with. I know there's going to be, is it a 210, which two manufacturers are going to make, KR Models and Clark Railworks. So I'd be interested to see which one's better. I think it'll probably be the Clark Railworks. Yeah, the carriages are quite nice. I've got a funny feeling that the first one might be a remake of one of the old mainline things. I think it's a Hornby. I could be wrong because it seems to have Bachmann hallmarks on it. That one there. And the one behind it is a 12-wheeler restaurant car, which is definitely a Hornby because, again, I think that's derived from the old mainline tooling. That WD210 might end up being repainted in Dutch Railways green. Yeah, it's a nice little job for you there, Ivo. track rubber, depot track wagon, Pico track wagon, track rubber. Well, most of you know what I use. One of those. That's a Fleischmann track rubber, and it's quite spongy. So it's not hard like the Pico variety, which are absolutely bone hard and really rough. These things tend to be a lot finer and a lot more kind to the track. Let's put it that way. In the house. Hello, Roy. Nice to see you. LNS action today. We have the Duchess of Gloucester coming around now with a rake of Mark Ones, and it's mostly a restaurant car, a restaurant train actually. There we go, with the observation on the back, flickering away like they do. And coming in t'other direction, Roy, here comes a Bayer Garrett. A little more urge. There we go. Putting a monstrous train. Yep, it's still going. Quite a long one. But it's handling it very well. Almost like it's not there. Haven't cleaned your track since late August. Crumbs, Artie. Mind you, that is awkward no matter which way you do it. Hattons are doing Hornby Mark III coaches for 15 quid in sale today. Yeah, I think the worst thing about Hatton's site is negotiating their clunky website. I'm glad you like it, Pete. The more the cleaner it keeps. Yeah, that's probably right. It's a shame we can't run it for 24 hours, but there you go. Well, Grace, if anybody would know, you would know. Might try and get yourself a GT 2x44, which is an 0880 Mallet. Expensive. Oh dear, have you got the circle of doom? Let's see if my sound seems to be coming across okay. Or others experience buffering. All right. Okay, let me move you a little. That might. It's obviously more than just one. How's that? Is that any better? Uh-oh. I think that might be Xbox related. Same here. Right, everybody's getting it. Okay. Can't switch off from work, eh? This is on the Xbox. Fly Mode Chairman 1. Hello, Adam. Nice to see you. Are we all back now? Seems okay now. Okay. Thanks, Rich. Yeah, I suppose there's only so much broadband to go round. It just shows you what happens when you put a bit of strain on the broadband and it starts to come apart. Right, I'll pop on a bit more motive power onto the Mark Ones. Give me a second, and I'll just do a quick change. It could also be that I was watching the latest episode of World War II in real time. Oh, right, okay. If you did not have the QoS turned on. You do have the QoS turned on. Don't know. Right, here we go. Let's do a quick change. Did I say quick? Right, let's run this one back in. Whoops. Right, try again. That's better. Right then. Let's have. What have we got here? This one looks like a Hotdog. Right, I just have to do this by hand. I'll just do a quick change around. Give me a second. Right. Right, bring her up. Usual problem with right, let's try that. Next thing I have to do is bring her up to the straight. Here we go. The hand of God. Well, the hand of ant. Here we go. We're off. Sorry about that, chaps and chapasses. Women's volleyball. I'm not going there. Right, here comes a mogul 260. Oh, that's the crab. Hey. Nothing like having the crabs. A 5-figure shunt again. Very reliable. Yeah, it is. Yeah. Classic crab. Yes, yes, it is, Dan. Yeah, having a human computer does help, particularly when you're at a model railway show. And I say, oh, that's good. Yeah, we've got one of them. Yeah. Shut up, Andy. Right, yeah, okay. A one-armed bandit. That's funny. Wasn't expecting the Spanish Inquisition. No one expects the Spanish Inquisition. The crab's getting a little bit of speed up. If they cut claw. Oh boy. Nobody does fly, mate. Nobody does fly, mate. I understand we're going to have to wait a while for the moderator awards to come through. Oh, it's, I was absolutely flabbergasted that I even got nominated. How about that? Celtic versus St Johnston. Oi. And Mark is laying some track on his layout. This is progress. Glad to hear it, Mark. Cardinal Fang. Soft cushions. Yes, Pete, it's a lemur crab. No, it's not a lemur crab. It's a Bachman crab. Um, um, I've also got a Midland 1F here somewhere. Yeah. Let's just take a look. Say, right. It's that one. I'll give you the number in a second. But it's definitely a Batty. That one there. I hope that's looking the right way. Over by the turntable. What about over by the turntable? Oh yeah, the 1F, yeah. I see it. Got a lemur crab that's got Mazak rot. Oh, that's terrible, that is. Nice to see Celtic are leading by a goal to nil. Or leading by a goal. So that could be 3-2, it could be 4-3. I'm changing guests. It's a lot of work. Yeah, I'll bet it is high. The A4s are the only one you know by name. Well, the crab is so cool because it's got these inclined cylinders. Next time it comes around, Grace, take a look. You'll see the cylinders are sort of that kind of incidence. Couldn't do it anymore when my back was playing up and a heavy cold, so trying to make up for it now. Yeah, that's what happens. But it does make you a little more vigorous when you do actually get the chance. Yeah, you can't really see it there. The next time round, I'll stop it, Grace, so you can have a proper look at it. Right, I need the inside control knob. Had a few circles though, right. Here she comes. Right, now there you can see the inclined cylinders. I'll try and give you a closer look. Right, here we go. There we are. That's the crab, and as you can see, its cylinders are definitely sort of cockums, as they say. Have the logos been running well? Yes, all apart from the 10,000 LMS, which has got either dirty wheels or dirty pickups. So they'll have to be cleaned before I press gang her into service. Right, let's just pop you back there, and I'll get trains running again. Right, here we go. Yeah, great shot of the door. That's fabulous, that is. But you've got to get into the blooming shed. A lot of them work the air shear coal. Yeah, I bet they did. Really powerful moguls, well suited to that kind of work. I think were they designed by Hughes or Fowler? I'll read the box in a second. Let me just move you down a little bit. There you go. Actually, let's give you a little more sort of an end-on view. That should do it without any clashes. Yeah, I think it's a Fowler. Right, let's just check that. We have the box. Actually, it's George Hughes. Or probably called Hughes. Hughes Fowler. A Hughes crab. Yeah, well, it had to be one of them, fly, mate. What's the last carriage with all the windows? That's the observation car. It's a Hornby observation car with dirty contacts. It's a bit like the Devon. It's the same tooling they use for the Devon Bell, Roy, except that it's in BR maroon. I'll give you a look as it comes around. Here she comes. And she does have a fair turn of speed. Right, we're coming up on it now. There we go. And stop. I'll tell you what, let's go a little bit further on and the lights will come back on. Actually, as it's DC, the lights won't be on anyway. Right, here we go. Here's the observation car. You should be able to see that in its all its glory. There it is. Yeah, quite plain compared to what they did with the Devon Bell, which is quite ornate. But as you can see, the little handrails and things like that are separately applied. And Hornby, again, did a really good job on this. The trouble is that they tend to be a bit flaky when it comes to things. What they do brilliantly one minute, they'll undo the next. This is the back of it, which looks like that. But as you can see, yeah, there's pretty much a lot of glass in it. So yeah, it's really, but they really did a good job on it. And the Devon Bell one does look really that much more ornate than this one. Tell you what, if I sort of leave you somewhere there and I straighten you up a bit, you should be able to see the you should be able to see, as you can see, the lights are flickering away. I think it's just needs a little contact cleaning. That's me right here. Woohoo! Here comes the ubiquitous Bayer Garrett. What a monster. Could drive a 9 weeks around this. Oh, crumbs, that's something. Seaboard Central premiere. Everybody's beating it up today online. Ball and cab similar to that class 35, it doesn't have slanted pistons. Right, okay. Let's zipper along a bit. Great view of the coast heading back to Dartmouth. Yeah, I think it's just the contacts, Flymo. I think it's a bit of a weak point with those observation cars, but that can be fixed. A little bit of cleaning, and it should be pretty good. The Garrett. What a fat present. Thanks, Rich. Oh, a photo bomb. What's the smallest loco I have? I've got a feeling that's probably the Hatton's P class, which is a tiny little 060. Yeah, the P class of the J70. Yeah, that's pretty much the smallest. Didn't go for those little tiny 040s or things like the Sentinel or anything like that. They may be pretty good models, but doesn't sort of fit in with what we're doing, really. Haven't been out to drive for 2.5 years. Yeah, and the Devon Bell observation coach in a lovely Pullman livery. Yeah, that's right. It does add something to the models. It really does. Well, there's 29 likes there. That's very good. Yeah, thank you, Dina. Add a little capacitor to stop the flickering. Yeah, could do. Smallest currently have is a KPEV T3, an 060. Yeah. Okay, Grace. Thanks for coming in. Always welcome. Lovely to see you. Right, okay, chaps. Right, let's grab the camera. I'll try and keep that as smooth as I can. Right, there's the lights up there. That's roughly what I got. They're 5-foot T8s, I think. There's a little bit of daylight coming through, so you do get a bit of 50 hertz when it gets to something like that. There you go. Grand. Oh, well, everybody, thanks for coming in. Once again, it's great to have everybody around the campfire. It is a bit cold and damp and all the rest of it, but that's December for you. I think we're all suffering it, apart from Artie down there, who's probably in a heat wave. Uh, but never mind. Thanks for coming in and keep it on the tracks, as they say. That's one I stole from Trackside Mike. Okay, James, you can tell him. That's all right. You know what they say about people who imitate. It's all good fun. And if Jimmy Page can do it, so can I. There you go. So I'll say auf Wiedersehen, tschüss, and happy trains, everybody. And I'll catch up with you next week. What I'll do, I'll keep the Bay of Garrett down here, and I'll run some of the other stock we've got, clean up the 10,000, because that really is worth seeing. That's a lovely, lovely diesel that I think that's a Backland variety. Although I know Daypole did do one, but yeah. Yeah, thanks, Anthony. Yeah, I'll steal that. Yeah, grab a bit of that and grab a bit of this. Thanks for coming in, Connie. It's always lovely to see you, and I'll catch up with you later. Flymo, Ben, Anthony, thanks for modding. Always valuable and much appreciated. So everybody stay safe out there, and I'll catch up with you soon. See you in the streams, and failing that, I'll see you next Sunday. God willing. Take care, everyone. Cheers, Ben, and I'll catch you next week. So long, everybody.